YouTube, how are we doing? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to TFN with your hosts, Caden and Jim. Jim, how are you doing over there, brother?
Doing good, man. Excited to be here yet again.
Yes,
Let's
sir. Yes,
go.
sir. The video for today is just gonna be around the CAF Champions League Final, really. Talking about what happened in the first game, looking for previewing to the next match. Yeah, just giving our overall thoughts of the CAF Champions League Final. Kick us off there, Jimmy.
Yes, man. Kabuyelo. What more can I say? The pride of the nation. I think they have represented South Africa in more international competition recently than any other South African team. I can name them. There was that top eight that they did. It was CAF Super 8, I think. They won it. They are the only team who has won it in African football, so that's a milestone. So you can already tell with the Sundowns, it's being set up for CAF and for
Yeah.
international and international competitions because they played in the Club World Cup. No any other South Hemisphere from I'm counting from Angola going down. Not even Angola, you go up a bit, Guinea Bissau there. No team was there in the African, I mean in the Club World
Club
Cup. I
World Cup.
think TP Mazembe was from the DRC, is one of the South Hemisphere teams that has won the CAF Champions League, but it's long back, so they haven't found the rhythm yet. But Sundowns has been representing us well. They've played in
Hmm.
the CAF multiple times. They're now in the finals for the second season in a row. So I think Sundowns management strategy and everything is for them to finally get it over the line in terms of what's this CAF Champions League. They want the CAF Champions League. They want because they know if they win this CAF Champions League now, the next installment of the Club World Cup they're gonna be there because
Hmm.
it counts most the five previous winners. So
Yeah.
it takes the five previous winners into account. So the next installment is in 4 years' time. They're gonna be there if they win it now. So I think I'm wishing the boys well because now on Tuesday there was a scandal, but you will know more about it than
Yeah.
I do about them flying to that side. But with the football part of the things, I think Sundowns they are going to play the game of their life. They cannot afford mistakes. Last year with the final, they were punished by mistakes in the final when they were playing pyramid. So they cannot afford mistakes. Yes, in the league, we can say they have dropped, but according to me, they haven't dropped any standard. Sundowns has pulled up the same numbers that they've won the previous installments. It's just 3 or 4 points off. So it's just
Yeah.
that they have a competition there. But in terms of Sundowns and their strategy, you can see that we've already won leagues 8 times in a row. This thing that we want more has eluded us.
Yes.
So it's their 10th year
Second
anniversary this
star.
year. Yeah, so it's their 10th year anniversary. So who knows? 10 times lucky, they
Yeah.
can get it over because they've lost in the semi-final with the best Rulani squad. They've won up until the final twice now. So they need to just get it over
Okay.
and done with, and we expecting that to be done.
Yeah. So just that before we go into what happened on Tuesday, touching back on the previous or the previous match. Um, if you can remember correctly, Jeff, there was once um, post-match interview that Pizzo did, where he complained about how the North Africans treat South African. I don't know if you can remember that, but yeah, I saw it recently. How they said they disrespect, they don't, they make it terrible. So if you look at the match that happened last weekend, disaster. I think didn't someone almost fall off the
But
fall off
it was Esperance. It was actually an Esperance
yes,
fan
yes.
last year when they were
That
playing Esperance in the semis.
so, so this year, They were pepper spraying the police. Imagine a whole South African police officer. A police officer from South Africa was pepper sprayed by a fan from from Morocco. Hey, what a disaster. So if you can think of how it was in South Africa, imagine the atmosphere going to Morocco, how that stadium is going to be. Oh, yo. So um on Tuesday, nah, uh, and Sundowns were already sitting in the plane. The plane was just needed final clearance for it to take off from South Africa to go to Morocco. Then from Morocco side, they did not give them, because this was a charter flight. It wasn't like the Sundowns players were not flying with other people. It was just the Sundowns team that was flying in that plane. So it was a chartered flight. Morocco said those people, that plane is not landing in our country. So the players had to get off the plane, go back home. Already your mental, because that's all they're doing it for, it's mental. Already you are annoyed, and now when you're a Sundowns player, you're a bit annoyed because it's annoying. You packed your bags, everything, now you have to go back home. You told your wife goodbye. Now,
You have the kids, you gave them hugs, and they're like,
yes.
ah, Papa, why now?
Good luck, good luck.
Yeah,
Family saying good luck. The mothers prayed for their children. Then you have to come back home. So I think
yeah.
they flew yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. They flew, stopped off in Gabon, refueled the plane, then went to Morocco. So the players right now are in Morocco. I don't know if they're getting much sleep, because one thing I know is also that the fans in Morocco, they like to shoot fireworks and stuff late at night, so the players don't get much sleep. So I can imagine that's going to be happening to now. And as well, this is now me speaking to, because we are speaking to people now. Me speaking to the Sundowns as an organization. I hope you took your own food to Morocco and you're not eating food from the hotel. Please, 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 do not eat the food from the hotel. If you have to eat steak pies, steak and kidney pies, eat steak and kidney pies, but do not do not get food poisoning, please. But yeah, it's going to be a massive, massive match for Sundowns.
I think you're speaking mitigating factors, Chief. Factors of, if those factors play in the player's mind, then obviously they're gonna lose this match because they're gonna
Yes,
lose the psychological part of, and they need to be strong. But I think Sundowns is more experienced than any other team for the fact that they are flying a
100%,
chartered
100%.
plane. Then number two, you need to have money as an owner in Africa to win these kind of matches, because you need to provide yourself the rightful accommodation. Otherwise, if they give you an accommodation that is like there by Coca Siako Morocco, there in
Sampa.
Kasi. Yeah, so number two, you need to make sure even if they provide you that accommodation, you are well resourced with food, like you said. You have the food, because I'm sure you were traveling with food. I just don't know if you can enter another country with your own. There's gonna be that regulations, obviously, and then Sundowns, for the fact that they're going to the final back to back to back, they are well resourced. They have the money for it. They even have the CAF president. It's just that he's the chairman now, but he's the CAF president there, and he's the owner of Sundowns. So I think for me personally, I want Sundowns to win it, and my reasons are
I
the ones
agree.
that you mentioned, including the fact that Morocco is now winning CAF AFCON. I mean, in the boardrooms. So I don't know, is it because the main head office is there in Morocco? They can just walk there in the office
Whatever
and
they
put
want.
in all those disputes. Yeah. So now I think Sundowns must just do it for Africa. I mean, fix African football. I know
It's not even for South Africa. It's for Africa.
it's for Africa. You know that saying that says we fixing. I think it's Junior Kanye who says we fixing South African football. They need to fix African football on Sunday. Come rain or shine. And Williams, we need the Williams
Please, Williams,
of
concentrate,
Super
concentrate,
Sport United. Not the one was
concentrate.
Sundowns. We need him switched on. We need the one that one goalkeeper of the season while he was still at Super Sport. Not this one that now things playing with feet is because tomorrow
It's the way to go.
those guys, what I've seen about the team is their counter attacks. Very dangerous,
Yes.
and they don't concede at home. So, but Sundowns has it in them. If they score one, it's a away goal. The team has to score three. So
Mhm.
their strategy, man.
Please,
Coach
say
Cardoso. Coach
Sandawana,
Cardoso,
please.
man. Yeah.
Say Sandawana, please.
Please, Coach Cardoso, Chief, tomorrow it's a game of your life, Chief. It also affects your CV. We've talking nonsense about you the whole season that you don't know what you're doing. Tomorrow is, I mean, not even tomorrow, Sunday. It's the day where you need to make sure that you prove all your doubters wrong, Chief. You that you were brought here. You can see that this guy was brought here for the Champions League. Doesn't care what happens in the league. He wants the Champions League, and you need your your starting 11 to be the one that the one that started the last year's season final majority of the time.
Mm.
But the Mokwena needs to find it in them because the guys are the guys are tired.
Yeah.
Tebogo Mokoena, he has played football since World Cup last
And
year.
he has
Now
another
he's
World Cup
going to the
coming.
World Cup. So he's not gonna stop playing football. So he needs to find it somewhere, Chief. We know he hasn't taken leave. You know, at work we get leave nyana to clear the
Yeah.
mind, Chief. So even here in the channel, I was on leave nyana. So to clear the mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big match for African football. I don't know. Like I said, it just shows you me being a Chiefs fan, you being a Pirates fan, but both of us wanting Sundowns to win. Just showed you how big this match is for South African football. It's a big one.
I think the only contradicting factor is the tomorrow one, the Pirates versus Orbit.
Yeah,
Where, but this one, I think we are like as
as a
a country,
country.
we want Sundowns to win it because there's no point in having a team that goes into the finals majority of the time. It the fact that maybe last year when they lost it because we lost against Pyramids in the semi-final and then they laughed at us. So it was so funny when they also, but now
Mm.
they are the only ones that are representing us. So go on and win it, man. And
Yeah,
make sure you raise the South African football flag there. But obviously, for me, another thing is Sundowns doesn't play with South African players. Okay, there's like majority there, but when you look at the starting lineup, it's
yeah.
yeah, it's
South
set up in a way
Americans.
where, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a good thing because they need to raise the standard. They come here
Yeah,
with experience, they come here with flair and flavor. So obviously, South African football players they also need to raise to that level to match
standard.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I think. Yeah, I think fingers crossed. Everything crossed for Sundowns tomorrow. Like, oh, she's also saying tomorrow on Sunday. We are rooting for them proper. But yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing more really to say about this one. Um, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Coming back, we'll see if Sundowns is crowned CAF champions. But yeah, that's it from me and Jimmy on this one. Please like the video, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out massively. We appreciate every single one of you guys. But yeah, that's been the two hosts signing out. Peace. Hey, you see now my laptop. Bye bye.